Good morning, ladies. It's Amy here at Fit and Fierce Over 40. How are you guys doing today? It's a gorgeous summer day here in Toronto. I know we always talk about the weather because we get winter, but I do like winter. Anyways, I wanted to pop on here today because I want to talk about making peace with food, because it's really time to stop the food fight. And that means is that the diet culture it's a humongous culture here in North America. It's literally everywhere. It's actually even in health food stores, right? Everywhere you look, it's the diet culture, no matter where you are. And you even get caught up into, talking like the diet culture. And I catch myself too sometimes, and I don't even prescribe to the diet culture. That's how influential the diet culture is. And what tends to happen with the diet culture is that for a lot of women, they end up developing a really poor relationship with their body. So things like, I hate my thighs, I hate my this, I hate my that, I wish I was skinnier, I wish I was 20, I wish I had the body that I had before, and so on. All this negative talk about your body. And then as well as the relationship with your food. Things like, if I eat that, I should work out harder tomorrow, or I shouldn't be eating that, and so on and so on. Making yourself feel bad for the foods that you want to eat. Does that sound familiar at all? Do you guys catch yourself doing that? Yeah, a lot of women do. And I found that in the last 25 years, this is how women talk to themselves about the food and about their bodies. And we're talking like decades. We're talking like, minimum 20 years. I've talked to women that's been suffering for, I think she said that she realized that she's been talking like this to herself since she was a teenager. And I asked her how old she was, and she said that she was 59 years old. We're talking 4 decades, 40 years. That's a heck of a long time. So I want to pop on here and say it's time to stop the food fight. And what I mean by that is, when we eat the foods that we think we shouldn't be wanting, like let's call it cupcakes and cookies and so on, we deprive ourselves of the foods that we want to eat. So we consider it like the last supper. So we end up binging. We end up, the feelings of wanting those foods become really intense. And then what happens when you have them? All of a sudden that guilt and shame sets in. Right? Oh my God, I can't believe I just did that. I'm such a this, I'm such a that. I have no willpower, I have no motivation. Does that sound familiar as well? Yeah, that's like called, like, we're beating ourselves up. And the solution here is to really make that commitment to give yourself unconditional permission to eat all the foods that you love. So here's the solution. So you can make a list of all the foods that you don't allow yourself to have. Call it 1 to 10 for argument's sake. And then from 1 to 10, I want you to start picking off the foods that, well, let's rank them. Because I think there's some things that you really want to have like today. And there's some foods that you could probably go, okay, you know what, it's on my list, but I don't really want to have it right at this very moment. So let's start ranking them. Rank them from the foods that you want to eat like right now. If you don't have it now, or you're just salivating over the idea of having that food, rank, number at number 1. The next one will be number 2, and so on. So rank them according to how you want to have them, 1 to 10, okay? And then from there, what you want to do is to eat your number 1, call it cupcakes. Your number 1 thing is your cupcakes, and you're going to go out and eat cupcakes. You're going to buy cupcakes. You're going to have cupcakes in the house. And you're going to continue to eat that until the novelty wears off, because the novelty does wear off. Because it is human nature to want the things that you want to eat when you've been told not to have it. Right? So for example, okay, whether you have children or not, as a kid that when your mom told you not to do this or that, what does that make you want to do? Oh, it makes you want to do it even more. It's actually human nature to want that food even more when someone tells you not to have it. So you're actually working against human nature, which, in a lot of cases, it's a bit of a no-win situation. Right? Have you ever thought like willpower, like how long does willpower last for? Not that long, right? So willpower isn't going to get you through weight loss, but a deeper meaning, a deeper understanding, and getting over these food issues is going to resolve these types of concerns that we might have with our foods. Okay, so writing them all down, eating, until you eat that cupcake, and you have it around the house, so it's always available to you when you want it. Is it going to be tough? Yeah, probably. For some people, it's going to be really hard. For some others, it might not be as hard. So it's giving yourself that permission. And what does this have to do with weight loss? You're wondering, well, you've been talking negatively to yourself about your body for how long? For years, if not decades. And how long have you not allowed yourself or feel guilty for eating the foods that you want, feeling guilty or shame for the foods that you want to eat? Probably decades, right? So this is going to take time. And you got to resolve these types of relationship with food and with your body in order to get to permanent weight loss. Okay, I've got some notes here. Yeah, you're gonna be undoing what you've been doing for decades, right? So it's all about loving your body unconditionally and allowing yourself to eat all the foods that you want, and weight loss becomes a byproduct. So we don't focus so much on how to lose weight. We focus on tuning into your body to heal the relationship with your food and with your body in order to get the weight loss. So weight loss gets put on the side burner, and for a lot of women, they end up losing weight because food is not the issue. It's the root cause, and the root cause is relationship with food and relationship with your body. All right? So if you have any questions, and by the way, these are the tools that I actually use for all my clients, and it does work and it does take time. So if you choose to try this out, you've got to give yourself a break. In other words, don't be so hard on yourself, because being healthy is not about being healthy 100% of the time. It's a progression. As long as you're moving in this direction, that's what you want. You can have peaks, and you don't want peaks and valleys, high, low, happy, sad, happy, sad. It's not what we want. We want kind of like undulating progress heading in a very specific direction in an upward trend. So it's never about being 100%. It's about being compassionate with yourself, being empathetic with yourself, and that's what's going to get you results, and not about guilting and shaming yourself and waiting for willpower or thinking that willpower is going to get you to your goal. All right? So have yourself a great day, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.